Welcome back to another episode of Blue Couch Therapy. It's your boy, True Hagobi, better yet the man. So guys, today I wanted to talk to you about FOMO. I am in the digital asset space, I'm in the markets, and FOMO is something that I think is so interesting. It's such an interesting concept. Why does my beard look like I have ice in it? Anyways, so let's get started. FOMO, what is FOMO? FOMO is an acronym for the fear of missing out. And I think that fear, guys, we talk about fear all the freaking time. We talk about fear all the time. And this whole idea that it's just false evidence appearing real. So it's like FOMO is this hyper sense of realization that you're going to miss out on something. And then as a result, it demands or it tricks you into making a decision before you're ready, perhaps. And I think that is stressful. I think it's stressful. I think FOMO just makes everything more stressful in life, because to me, it's like sometimes people are gonna sit there and tell you that like, okay, now is the only opportunity. And I do agree, because we live in the power of now, and now is the only time. But it's like when it comes to the monetary and exchange of value, I'm always like, there's gonna be another time, because like the only difference is that you're gonna maybe get less of a profit, or it might cost you more to get into the plays or whatever. But like, it's still gonna be there. The stock market is still gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Even if the S&P 500 goes up, okay, so it's like they're gonna come and they're gonna say like, you need to do this right now, or else you're gonna, And don't get me wrong, I'm seeing how hyperinflation is causing the economy to change, and like it's harder for people to get houses, and the longer you wait, the more difficult that it is. I understand that. But at the same time, I'm just kind of like, okay, but we all have our own path to play. We all have our own road to walk, and we all have our own journey to unfold. So it's like, if obviously we might want these things, or we might really be like, well, this is what it's time to invest in these things, or it's time to buy these assets or whatever. And then if you don't do it now, it's going to be more expensive later. Okay. But the whole idea of FOMO, it just gets me aggy. It gets me so anxious, because it's just kind of like, it creates this idea in my mind, at least, that it's like, this is the only time. And if you don't do it now, then there's absolutely zero hope for you. There's absolutely zero hope for you. And actually, let me go back inside here where it's a little bit quieter. And I just don't believe that. I just don't believe that now is the only, I just don't believe that when it comes to money and the exchange of value, that there's only one opportunity. And I feel as though that when you get FOMO, you trick yourself out of your position, and you trick yourself into doing something that you might not want to take heed of or use right now at this time. So I say all this to say, guys, that it's like, don't get caught up. Don't get caught up in the news cycles. Don't get caught up in the group chats. Don't get caught up in the messages that are coming your way that are telling you that it's like, buy. And if you're trying to like do something else, or if you're trying to work through something, or if you're trying to work through something, because it's like we say before, the best investors is woulda, coulda, shoulda. Obviously, I should have bought, woulda, coulda, shoulda, looking back on it. I've been in the digital asset space when Bitcoin was like 6,000, I was trading, but I didn't own one. I was trading, I was buying, I was selling, I was getting scammed. So it's like the whole idea for me of like FOMO is kind of like a double-edged sword, because like I get it, today's the day. I think as I'm recording this message, Solana is at like $179 or something like that, and I'm mad bullish on it. Last couple weeks I talked about it, it was like 250. The market has deflated quite a bit after that Trump siphoned that money out of the digital asset space, but that's a story for another day. If you guys want to talk about that, we can do that on Patreon. And it's really just a matter of like staying focused on the bigger picture, man. Because my whole thing is just like, I get nervous, I get aggy when I see these things, and I'm like to myself, oh man, I should be up here, or I should be a millionaire by now, or I should be a thing by now. And it's just like, all these things just make the journey more stressful. It makes the journey more strenuous. And I feel as though that's not conducive. I feel that's not conducive to growth. Because if you're sitting here like in FOMO, and you're like investing or you're buying from a place of lack, you're gonna get burnt, man. You're gonna get burnt. And you're gonna find yourself in a position, this is where I always find myself in. You find yourself in a position where you're like trying to invest, and then you are losing more points on the money that you owe versus the money that you're going to be getting from the returns in the market. I'm writing a guide about that right now. It's like the plan once you start working, and it's essentially just talks about that, where it's like you got to clear debt first because even in my mind I'm like to myself, okay, FOMO. It's like, yeah, FOMO, I want to buy Solana, I want to buy more Bitcoin, I want to do more Ethereum, but it's like the points you're going to be making on the prices earned is going to be less than less than the money that you're spending on interest. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I have high interest that I'm paying off right now, and it's just like if I spend that money, it's a better investment to spend that money on paying off high interest than it is to like invest in digital assets, to me personally at this time, because it's like you're losing more money on the interest than you're gaining on the spread. You feel what I'm saying? So I just think that like FOMO is a good, I don't want to say it's a good tool, but FOMO is there. FOMO is real. I be having FOMO too. I be getting FOMO, the fear of missing out. I'm like, But at the end of the day, I can't let that stress me out, man. I can't let that like change my trajectory. Because even as of right now, it's like my main focus and my main goal right now is to complete my products, is to complete my books, so that I can sell these things, and then so that I can get myself into a better position. Because my problem is always cash flow. Guys, I like to spend money. I like to spend money a lot. Money love me. I like to spend money on women. I like to spend money on my family. So it's like, the funny thing about it is your boy never been cheap. You don't want to amass this much debt by being cheap. You feel me? So I say all this to say that it's just like, I think I understand it. I understand the fear of missing out. I don't want to miss out. And my whole thing is always like, I don't want to miss out. And to me, I feel like I can't. I feel like I can't miss out, because what's meant to be for me will be, and I don't know what the path is going to take, because I could really be like, because look, right, in all these thought exercises, look at this thing, that's pretty cool. In all these thought exercises, I'm just like to myself, okay, well, like, what if? Don't think about it from the perspective of what you see in front of you, but think about it from the perspective of what if. So for example, I could really be like, well, guys, I'm down to my last couple $1,000s right now, and I'm going to put it into this, and then the market could go this way, whatever. But I think to myself, like, okay, but if I use it to build my portfolio in the way in which I've been planning, then I will see a greater return. On my investment. Because I have to read the book, but there's this book about like rich threshold or something like that. And it's like this idea that every person can get rich, but every person can't get rich in the same way. So there's different strategies, and there's different types of pockets where you're going to experience more strengths. And personally, I think that's like, I have to dial in, because I'm a creator, I'm a community builder, I'm a teacher. So it's like my wealth profile is going to be different than like my brother who's a strategist, who's a financial economist that works on Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we both have the ability to get rich, but both in different ways. So I think for me, it's more important to understand where it is that I need to go, and what it is I need to tune into, what it is I need to hone into and go extra hard on in order to get that extra abundance, so that I can put it into those other areas, Because guys, the whole thing is like, in the DeFi space, I love DeFi. I'm pro DeFi, decentralized finance, be your own bank. Okay? I'm pro, and I know how to make money in that passively. My issue is just that my bankroll is too small at this time. So it's like, if I put up like $600 or 6 bags or whatever the case may be, it's like I find myself getting money, I like making money on it, and then I'll have to like take it out because I'll have to like pay a bill or something like that. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, my whole thing is cash flow. It's cash flow, and I'm trying to use my talents in order to become greater with my cash flowing assets. Or that's why I make all these videos, guys. Sorry to spaz on you, but that's why I make all these videos, because these too are digital assets. These videos that I put out on all my platforms are digital assets that are going to pay me forever. Guys. So this is just a video that I just wanted to talk about FOMO, the fear of missing out. You're not going to miss out, guys. Like, the world is going to be here. The world is still here, man. Yeah, the houses are more expensive. Okay, sure. But you can make more. You can earn more. They're still unlimited. I feel as though there's still unlimited amount for every person to have as much as they want, guys. Don't forget, y'all. They're printing, and here's the thing. They're printing money from the sky, guys. They're printing money from the sky. Read Modern Money Mechanics, man. I'm getting the library ready for you guys. It's almost done, and it's hilarious. if you ask me. Okay, so the whole thing is just that, like, you need to understand what money really is. Money's fake. Money is not a real. It's just and transmission of energy, and it's just like, plastic numbers on the screen, numbers on a paper. But it's just quantify. It's just to quantify energy. It's just to quantify the energy and the value that you're bringing, So it's like, if I'm only making $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, I'm only bringing that much value into the economy because I'm only helping one person. I'm only helping my supervisor at the job, let's say. But through these videos and through these classes and through these books and stuff, I can put them on the internet and I can help millions of people at the same time. So now I've what is that, 1,000x my reach and my potential. So then it's like, okay, then I can take that money and I can put it into DeFi and then live the life that I want to, So the whole thing, guys, in which I'm trying to express is that, like, don't let FOMO knock you off your pivot, y'all. Don't let FOMO knock you off your pivot, guys. I was awoken up to a lot of messages, over like 100 messages about the DeFi space and digital assets and those kind of things. And I'm just like to myself, okay, I get it. But this is not the profile in which I was looking to work on today, for example, because I still have to write my essays. I'm still finishing up the last maybe 10 or so, the last 5 or 10 essays, and then we're gonna have about 20. So then it's gonna be 2 books, guys. It's gonna be 2 books, 20 self-help essays, and the library. So guys, yeah, guys, don't let FOMO knock you off your pivot. Don't let FOMO, the fear of missing out on opportunity, make you change your plan, make you change your position, and make you feel anxiety, or make you feel now like there's not enough. Because, guys, there's always enough. There's always enough. Remember, guys, the Federal Reserve is printing trillions of dollars from the sky. Okay? So just ask yourself why you don't even have a single million. Until next time, yo, it's your boy, True Hagobi, your player partner from the East Coast. Peace. I'm out of here. Before I go, check out my first book. This is How to Get It, a brief guide to getting in tune with your inner self. Is going to be available down in the description below. Listen to my EP, This Is Me, Volume 99. Come and get a different perspective of me, guys. That's also going to be available for you to listen to down in the description below. Okay, guys? My second book, Follow the Threads, as well as my how-to series, which includes such topics as how to be a better communicator, how to be a better friend, how to be a man, how to be a better hoe, will all be available shortly. So tap in with me, guys. And then my library. And then the library is about over 300 books. It's a 300 books plus tapes, plus videos, plus movies, and plus things that have helped me to shift my perspective in this physical realm. And I think it would be helpful, might be helpful for other people. So all those things are going to be available shortly, guys. The book's available now. The music is available now. Second book, second moves, and movies are coming soon, guys. I'm working on a movie as well, too. My screenplay, Solomon's Wives. Those are coming soon, guys. Anyways, I don't want to talk too much because actually I do love to talk. I talk forever. Oh, and the tour. And we're planning the North American tour, guys, right now. We're figuring out what cities we're going to go to and when we're going to start touring. Okay, guys. So until then, drop your comments drop your comments below if you're watching this far. Thank you. I love you. And just let me know what you need. Let me know what I can help you with, how I can help you, how I can better help you. We're going to be starting a Discord as well, too, and a Patreon. So shout out to your boy. Okay, guys. Love you forever. It's True Hagobi. Until next time. Okay? Peace. Peace. Peace.